I bring and keep together my family, my community, other families and communities who live in peace and unity with others. I am unity.
There are three areas critical to the success of the Black community in Africa and the African diaspora. They are culture, education, and economics. In this video series, again, we continue to examine concepts and issues related to creating a culture to develop self-love, which those who care about the Black community may examine and consider. Again, we will define culture. We have to define it because most of us have wrong ideas about culture. We think culture is the music we listen to, or the style of clothing we wear, or our holidays and celebrations, or whether we eat with a fork, knife, and spoon, or with our hands. Those things and activities are not culture. Culture comes from the word cultivate, which is related to the domestication and growth of plants. Culture is like a gardener who cultivates a young plant by tying it to a stand for support, putting it in a certain location, and watering it. The gardener does that to foster the growth of the plant to become tall and strong, so it does not grow bent and crooked, so it does not become a weed. The gardener does this with labor, care, and study to ensure that her plants are the best. Culture is a system to cultivate and civilize people. This is done by tying people to universal laws and standards of behavior based upon a foundational premise: do good, do no harm, so that people will grow strong, not bent and crooked. If you care about the children, women, and men of Black communities, you will use labor, care, and study to make sure that they are at their best. Tie yourself and them to the universal social laws called the guiding principles of peace and unity. They are moral, ethical laws that will guide you in your personal and community development.
The guiding principles of peace and unity. Do good, do no harm. I meditate to relax in all situations. I am peace. I bring and keep together my family, my community, other families and communities who live in peace and unity with others. I am unity. I learn how to learn. I am knowledge. I create for myself, my family and my community, other families and communities who live according to the principles of peace and unity. I am power. I obey the laws of my family, my community, other families and communities that are in harmony with the principles of peace and unity. I am law. I do no harm to myself, my family, my community, other families or communities who live in peace and unity with others. I am protection. I choose the feelings, thoughts, and actions that are in harmony with the principles of peace and unity. I am control. I have fun and work with my family, my community, other families and communities who live in peace and unity with others. I am cooperation and harmony. I am careful about what I believe. I accept ideas and beliefs that are in harmony with the principles of peace and unity. I am correct ideas and beliefs. With all my heart, I take care of my family, my community, other families and communities who live in peace and unity with others. I am devotion. I keep a clean body. I have clean habits. I eat healthy foods. I exercise. I care for my environment and planet. I abuse no substance or drug. I am strength.
This is how your ancestors built advanced civilizations that lasted for thousands of years. Many of us admire the great pyramids and temples, universities and libraries, agriculture and industry, vast cities and wealth. What is most important to understand is that those achievements came from our advanced social organization. Social organization based on universal laws. That is what is important for Black communities to understand today. That is what the pyramids represent. This is what the guiding principles of peace and unity will help you do today and forever. Currently, Black communities are living in varying levels of social chaos, corruption, poor health, and economic stagnation as a result of holding on to conditioned behaviors imposed on us in slavery and colonialism. It is these conditioned behaviors which have destroyed self-love within us and within our communities. By rebuilding your culture based on these universal laws, this moral ethical framework will revive self-love and bring order, purification, health, and progress to you, your family, and to your communities. With the guiding principles of peace and unity as a foundation, culture will 1. Prepare you for life, 2. Foster your growth, and 3. Improve you as a person and a community. You can always download a copy of all the guiding principles of peace and unity and their violations at our website, thegppu.org. Today is our first discussion of the universal law called I Am Unity and its role in creating a culture of self-love and civilization. Whenever Black people face crises, we historically call for unity. Unity is extremely important because it allows people to work together and support each other, to protect each other in a hostile world. Let's define what unity is and what unity is not. First, instead of the word unity, we will use the term functional unity. Why? Because Black people are not a monolith. We live in different places, have different religions and spiritual beliefs. We look different physically, we eat different foods, we have different customs, etc. What we have in common are varying shades of melanated skin. But Black skin alone cannot be the basis of unity. To believe that is to put yourself, your family, and your community into a mental trap and in harm's way. Because there are evildoers with Black skin who would steal from you, murder you, rape you and your children, or support systems designed to destroy you. No, Black skin is not enough to create unity. Yes, we are Black, but many of the differences between us can only be addressed by holding on to and living according to a common set of ethical moral values and standards of behavior based upon a simple premise: do good, do no harm. Advanced social organization and functional unity depend on it. Holding on to universal laws based upon the premise, do good, do no harm, will allow you to systematically evaluate which Black people are trying to harm you and which are benefiting you. Those who are holding on to your common moral ethical framework and moral universal laws are the people you can hold with, work with, and build with. That is functional unity. This is what the universal law called I Am Unity asks you to do. Come together with Black people based on a common ethical moral framework of universal laws rooted in the premise, do good, do no harm. Those universal laws are called the guiding principles of peace and unity. Watch the following video. It's called Functional Unity. It will reinforce for you how to create a culture of self-love based upon the universal law called I Am Unity. Of course, you can watch our previous lessons on the guiding principles of peace and unity at Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. You can also give us your comments or ask your questions. Do good, do no harm.
The premise of the guiding principles of peace and unity is do good, do no harm. One of the greatest benefits of living according to this moral, ethical framework is that it helps you create functional unity. Functional, meaning it has purpose and helps you get things done. Unity means people of different races, religions, classes, nationalities, genders, gender identification, sexual orientation, political affiliations, working for the common survival and prosperity by being committed to the premise of do good, do no harm. We will never be the same, but we will not seek to harm each other, but help each other. Much like your body has cells, tissues, and organs that look very different and have different jobs, but have an underlying functional unity that keeps you alive. The guiding principles of peace and unity can help you harmonize your personal physical body and your body of ideas, beliefs, emotions, sensations, and habits. Just the effort to do so can bring your inner life into a more functional unity. People in your family have different ideas, beliefs, and emotional conditionings. Choosing to live according to the guiding principles of peace and unity within your family will unify you despite those differences by encouraging you to avoid harming each other and encouraging you to work together. Functional unity. People in your neighborhood are even more varied in appearance, ideas, beliefs, and emotional states. Choosing to live according to the guiding principles of peace and unity can turn your neighborhood into a community. The same applies to schools, businesses, and organizations. You can get the guiding principles of peace and unity and its related violations at thegppu.org. Do good, do no harm.